Okay, guys. Big 12 tournament coming up. Well, I mean, Big 12 tournament's already started. Texas game tonight coming up. The Big 12 tournament against Oklahoma. But before I get too much into the talk about Texas, the game versus Texas, the Oklahoma versus Texas game, I want to first talk about the recent struggles Texas has had. A lot of people, Texas lost a few games, a lot of people went, oh no, we've seen this before. There comes the debacle, there comes the letdown, the collapse that Texas had last year. Of course, they looked like they were sure in for the Final Four, even almost a sure in for the championship last year. They were just dominating everyone. With another team in the nation that was playing on level quite like what they were at that point last year. Then again, or then they collapsed, and then again this year, they looked even better than and then they did at any point last year. I can't really put my finger on what it was exactly. They're just winning games by bigger margins. Looked like more of a team effort all around. But we're not as good now as we were at one point this season. I think our best point this year was right after that loss to UConn, January 8th, all the way up to the middle of February. We first, I guess it was middle of February when we first lost to Baylor. At the time it felt like a loss. We only won by 9 points. And I was really irritated that our streak of double-digit wins was broken. But anyway, that's just a fan statistic is all that. Anyhow, and then we struggled with Oklahoma State a little bit the next game. I think we ended up winning that game by 18 or something, but you could just tell there's a difference in the play, and we just sort of pushed that out at the end of the game. But what the team is struggling. A lot of people are saying that their defense isn't as good now, and for all practical purposes, I suppose no, the defense is not as good now as it was before. But the reason is because Jordan Hamilton has really been struggling. But we've seen this happen in the NCAA before. I'm sure everyone remembers seeing J.J. Redick from Duke. It seemed like really 3 out of 4 years he was at Duke, he struggled in the postseason. Why is that? Well, it's because he had to do so much work for this team during the regular season to get them to win. He was averaging 28 points a game. He was averaging 25 as a junior, 28 then as a senior. And that guy didn't just score because he get the ball and do what he wanted once he got it. He did all of his work, not all of it, but the majority of his work off the ball. The guy ran all the way around the court. So by the time the postseason came, he'd been carrying his team all year, averaging 28 points. The guy rarely had an off night. And even when he did have an off night, he still needed to try to score 28 because without his points, his team would lose. He was the main, if not only, source of offense on those teams. So, same sort of thing here at Jordan Hamilton. He has so much work off the ball. He's running off screens, and he's really the only source of offense for this team. The team needs a bucket. They look to Hamilton for it. He averages 18 points a game, almost 19. Second leading scorer on the team is top 12. He averaged 12 before the past couple of games, but he's really going off. Now he has 13.5. But at any rate, I think Hamilton's just getting tired. He's done so much work for this team. You know, you look back to all the big games, how well he's played. 26 or 27, I don't remember which, but 26. We'll call it 26, I guess. You know, 26 points against Illinois, 28 points against Pittsburgh. Comes out, scores 21 against Connecticut. Has to do a lot of work. Should have been 23, but he would have done. You know. Anyway, 27 points the first game against Texas A&M, and you know that was maybe those two wins against Texas A&M had to be two of our most dominant victories all year long. No one can deny that because that was the team that's supposed to, you know, be right there with us for the Big 12. You know, and even with this collapse, we're finishing second in the Big 12, which is frustrating because we were dominating the Big 12 the entire year, and now we have this little slump here at the end of the season, and we finished third or second. We were supposed to finish fifth behind Kansas, Kansas State, Texas A&M, and Baylor. But, you know, second, still good. Still a little frustrating, but we can take that. Anyway, Hamilton scored 20 points the second game against A&M as well. So he, just every game, in every big game we've had, who's been the main source? Hamilton. Hamilton scored 21 against Michigan State, which Michigan State's awful. Now they've completely fallen off of that. But at the time, that was a really, that was one of the top games on TV against North Carolina, 24 points. You know, this guy carried us in every big game, and he's just getting tired. And it's unfortunate that it's happening at this time of year, but you're not going to get tired at the beginning of the year because you haven't had to carry a team for 4 straight months. But it's getting tired, and that's where our defense starts lagging because our transition defense is just average. You know, team gets out transition. You know, there's nothing extraordinary or special about our transition defense. What is special is the fact that we can play man-to-man all game long. And prior to this little slump that we've been in, and only give up 56 points a game, that is extraordinary. In fact, that's like got to be some sort of record. It is a record-breaking thing for our program. I don't know that we'll break that record now because we've given up a lot more points. But one thing I did notice that, you know, gives me a little bit of hope is that Hamilton he came on pretty strong there in the second half against Baylor. Knocked down 2 threes. He did a lot of work for us. So if he warms up, we're going to do better. We're going to start winning more games. Our defense will straighten itself out when we start hitting more shots, when the means response. Hamilton knocks down more shots. So Hamilton's a key. He goes strong, we go strong.